Don't put it up in your face like that, just, have a glance down.
Like
All right.
will.
Okay, wait a minute. Good afternoon, Zachariah Jackson, BASA News. Well, with everything that's going on in the country, 2 months or almost 3, I imagine, with President, I want to say Biden, but President Trump, we've had a lot of stuff up and down. We don't know where the country's going. DEI is on the rocks and things of that nature, and the importance of civil rights work, and I know that you work with the NAN, which is NAN, National Action Network, is it?
Yes.
With Reverend Al Sharpton.
Yep.
And also the fellow that I know real personally is Reverend Bartley.
Yes.
Yes, and Stephen Bartley, I interviewed him about 3 weeks ago, and we were supposed to try to get another interview right before the convention, which would be Tuesday, so I got to call him late on night.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to Cynthia. Give your full name.
My name is Cynthia Harris.
Cynthia Harris.
Yes.
And Cynthia, what is your role in NAN?
So National Action Network is also called or abbreviated NAN.
Yes.
And it is, the president is Reverend Al Sharpton.
Sure.
He have chapters throughout, over 100 chapters throughout the United States.
Okay.
And I have a chapter in Newark. It's the Greater Newark chapter of National Action Network. I'm the president. I have a vice president and some members and the regular executive board.
Oh, okay. And so, what was it that, it's a civil rights organization, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, it's like a civil rights church, I guess
Very
we
much.
call it.
It's a faith-based organization, but it is a civil rights organization.
Let me ask you this right here. With there's so many different opinions in Black American history and Black Americans themselves, some people say that these organizations are not necessary. Are they necessary, Cynthia?
They are very necessary. They're very necessary. We do a lot of work in the community for the people.
Okay. And so, at this point in challenge, have we matured so much that we don't need a DEI, or have we matured so much where we don't need actually a civil rights movement?
We needed it when Martin Luther King was doing it.
Okay.
And we need it more so now, especially with this current administration.
Sure.
The things that they're doing, trying to, as they say, take us back, trying to erase our history as it was done before, is very necessary. With the things that are happening, and if the way I see it, we have to stand up and be vigilant and do the things that's necessary to stay relevant, to
Sure.
let them know that we're here and we're not going back, and we're not going to just sit idly by and let them do the things that they're doing.
So should everybody of color be involved in this movement? And why so many people lay on the ropes as if no, we don't need it? What is it? Is it pride, or what is it? What we call that?
I'm not sure. I kind of attribute it to a loss of faith, but I think, and I always say, that every African American should belong to some social justice organization. There's a lot of organizations out there.
Sure.
I favor National Action Network.
Sure.
I'm also a part of People of Progress, with Larry Ham.
Yes. Which is basically the same kind of organization.
Right, Civil Rights Organization. I'm a part of NAACP.
Sure.
I'm a member of NAACP.
That's 1909 history in NAACP.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
yes.
And I'm a part of that as well, because I know the importance and the relevance of these organizations.
Well, I'm glad you said that African American, which I refer to as Black American, basically the same thing, run concurrent with each other. What about the other groups of people, what they call now people of color? Or what should they role? Because normally when I come to a march, I only see a sprinkle of the other people, of Hispanic, I think that call them Native African or people from the Caribbean. I don't see a large contingency of them. Shouldn't they be involved in this just as much as we are today?
They absolutely should. I have been to marches where there was a rainbow of everybody there.
Sure.
And that's the way it should be. The people that don't agree with what's happening or the things that are going on, they should be involved. And black as well as brown, because they're going through the same struggles that we're going through. And I get calls from Hispanics and other races, and they want us to there for them. And you have to treat people the way you want them to treat you.
Sure. Because we all fight the same Pharaoh.
Exactly.
And we are saying Pharaoh in so many words to let my people go, as Moses said.
Yeah. And there's strength in numbers.
There's
So no matter
numbers,
who,
yes.
whether it's black, brown, or whomever, you have
But
to
it's
be
so
there.
many, what I noticed is there's so many gears, like on that 10 speed has a lot of gears. Now, when I was first introduced to the 10 speed, I was maybe 11 years old, 1974. And I remember that very good because my mother and father could not afford to buy me a 10 speed. And my friends for Christmas all had 10 speeds, and I had a 1-speed bike with no seat on it. And I wasn't going out with them on Christmas Day because I didn't have my hand here. But they banged on the door and asked my mother, please, let Zachariah come out. She said, Zachariah don't want to come. I said, well, let him come out. He can ride our bikes. So, you know what I mean? So I went out with them to ride their bike. But what I did was, instead of taking a leisurely ride from corner to corner, I would turn the bike over on its handlebars and seat on the ground. And I would pedal the bike, and I studied how that gear shift, because I couldn't understand how this chain remained on this bike, but it wasn't tight. Like on my 1-speed, I had to have the chain very tight or it would come off. I couldn't understand that, Cynthia. So I said, well, how is this chain? Can you change the gears and stay on? And once I understood the derailleur and what we call the figure 8 that holds it, moves the chain and everything, I understood how that thing worked. And I got to understand it because I kept pedaling and I would shift the gears as I was pedaling it upside down. That was my ride. The other kids would just ride down that didn't have bikes. Just ride their friend's bike to the corner and corner. My bike ride was turning over. Well, once I got to understand those gears and how those gears worked, I would say in 5 months I owned all their bikes. Because their bikes would break and they didn't know how to fix them.
That's right.
And I knew how to fix it, you see.
Right.
So I knew how to work the gears. The other day I was on James Street in Newark going home. And I seen a fellow with his dog. He was riding a 10-speed bicycle. And he had it going up the hill and he had it in the wrong gear. I'm so good, I could look at the back of the chain and say, you know what? You're in the wrong gear because you're not supposed to strain with a 10-speed. But if you're going up the hill, you put it in 1 or 2 and you glide right up. The pedals get loose. But a lot of people don't know how to change those gears. You see what I mean? So my point is to people like yourself, how do we get everybody in the same gear? Because this is the only way we can beat Pharaoh today. We got to get everybody in the same gear because we got people that look like us, that breathe like us, that hum like us, but they're different. They're in different gears.
Right.
How do we do that? How do we get them all on the same page?
Well, even our own people, we're so consumed with making ends meet. We're so consumed with we have to work 2 jobs. We have to work 3 jobs.
Yes.
So you're out trying to keep your boat afloat, and you don't have time to do the things. You'll hear certain things on the news that's happening, and you don't respond to it or react to it because you're so busy. You would like to, but you're so busy doing what you do to keep your boat afloat. Like I said, you don't get out and do it, and then the other people. To get everyone involved, you have to be able to reach out to them and meet them where they're at, to let them see the relevance, to let them see today is me, tomorrow, if this happens to me,
Sure.
tomorrow it's going to be you.
Yes. Yes, that would be, if we could relay that message, because we seem to be in different gears, you know what I mean? Like I could talk to somebody from someplace else look just like me.
Right.
You don't see words like me, but they in a different gear.
Yes.
Like Pharaoh got them someplace else.
Mhm.
Now how do we get them on the same line as the Hebrew children with Moses, as Moses said to Pharaoh, let my people go? How do we do that, Cynthia? How do we do that?
How do we get all these people?
All these different people in the same gear as we march towards that water, whatever that water may be that's trying to stop you, and God opened it up and let us go across. How can we do that? To get them on the same gear and that same step.
I am not sure. Like I said, meet them where they're at and let them see the relevance and let them see that these things are happening to everyone.
Sure.
It's them too
Yes.
that is happening to. So they have to get up and they have to do the same things that we're doing so that they're not going through trials and tribulations just like we are now.
Okay. So the importance of next week, which would be Tuesday,
It starts Tuesday.
April 1st. But this year is not an April Fool's joke. You're a fool if you don't go
Right.
and you don't support this convention. Now, will you explain to the public about this convention?
Absolutely. So the convention is every April.
Okay.
It's been going on for quite some time. It's in New York on 7th Avenue at a hotel, the Sheraton Hotel. You could come right in off the street. And there's thousands and thousands of people that come to the convention. It's over a 4-day span. And it's a lot of information you'll come across while you're there. You'll see it's held with some key players, with some key topics. A lot of famous people, a lot of people that's the Attorney General, mayors of different cities, governors of different states, U.S. senators are there. You'll meet a lot of professional people, and they're the ones that's holding workshops. Workshops goes on all day, each one of those days, and they're talking about topics expanding access to health care, the mothers of the movement.
Okay.
And the mothers of the movement have been there. Someone in their family have been victimized by the police, killed or beat badly, most of the time shot to death. And those mothers turned their grief into a movement.
Good.
Yeah. So they come together and they work together and they try to get different laws passed to stop police brutality.
Yes.
There's other topics. Some of those people, you'll meet Eric Garner's mother, George Floyd's brother, Trayvon Martin, his mother and his father is always there, and they talk about, how they turned their grief into action, and they're actually out spreading the word.
Sure.
You'll hear information on housing, confronting the crisis and affordability of houses and criminal justice, retirement security, gun violence, LGBTQ rights. And that's another group of people that have to come on board and just be with us because they're going through some of the same stuff.
Sure. Same discrimination.
Going through, right, discrimination, and that's the word, discrimination across the board. Some people think they're exempt, but they're not.
Yes. And what about the illegal citizens here as
immigration situation?
As ICE is chasing them and things of that nature. Are you guys fighting with that at all, to do away with that or something like that, or what can we do? Is that a civil rights issue also?
Absolutely, that's a civil rights issue. I haven't I hear about it, I hear different things that are happening, but no one has contacted me on that topic. But I see on the news as well, I see them running people down and putting them, arresting them
Sure.
and sending them to other states just so that they get no support.
Sure.
And for a couple days or weeks, nobody even knows where they're at.
Yes, I seen that. The fact that the guy was dumping his garbage and a guy come running over to him and took him away from his family. He was, I believe his national identity would be Cuban, and his wife was in the house, and she said that she hadn't heard from him and things like that. So, that's a big thing. That's the, so do we challenge that as a civil rights issue also?
Yes, it should be. It should also be challenged.
Okay.
It should be because there's a legal process you're supposed to go through rather than just grab someone off the street in plain clothes, no one knows who you are,
Sure.
and you arrest somebody and take them to this unknown place.
Sure.
There's a legal process going on, and I think
In a case like that right there, Cynthia, I don't know whether you would know, but in a case like that, should they wait also if the ICE grabs someone? Can't you request the police to come here to make a record of it? Because anybody can act like they ICE. How would you know? I know if someone came, if I was illegal and someone came and grabbed me, I'm not going nowhere until the police of that county, of that city come to make a record of it. Because anybody can dress up and tell me they ICE and put me in a van, and God knows what they would do with me.
Exactly. But these people had on regular clothes. Only thing they had
What's a badge? I should have badge.
a badge and some handcuffs.
That's what I'm talking about.
Anybody can get that.
Anybody can get that, especially today. In fact, you can get the whole thing online. You can get the ICE, you can get everything online today. So my thing is, at some point, if you just came to snatch somebody, you like a body snatcher.
Right.
So I would fight you to the death because I don't know who you are.
Right.
So people don't have to.
They're not going through again the legal process.
Sure.
And then the judges are standing up and saying, no, you have. There's a process that you have to go through. But then some people think they don't have to answer to the law. They're the law.
Let me flip the switch. Flip the page just a little. 6 months ago when Kamala was running, what was it about that you think personally about Kamala that the people now are suffering so much because they didn't vote with her? Why? You know what I thought? I'm a man, right? Okay. I'm a full-grown man. All right. I can count back the presidents. I don't see you. I go to Hoover, Roosevelt, Truman, Ike, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Daddy Bush, Bill Clinton, son Bush, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Donald Trump. All right. I don't see a woman nowhere there at all. Now, let me just finish here. I don't see a woman there. So when Joe Biden passed that baton, I believe it was in either July or August, to Kamala. I thought, man, I said, wow, here's a perfect time to get out there and campaign for Kamala. I know she's gonna win. You know why I thought she was gonna win? Because I saw all these women, I just know that she was, and so many of them that I walked up on wasn't feeling her at all. Why do you think that was, Cynthia? Why?
A lot of people, from what I heard, were saying we're not ready for a woman president. I think this was exactly what we needed. Every name that you just named are men.
Yes.
Times have changed, and everything around you have changed.
Yes.
Things today wasn't here back then.
No.
Everything has changed, and that needs to change too.
Yes.
But a lot of people were saying that we're not ready for a female president, and they'll name one or two things that was wrong with her,
and stick with it.
and right. but there were
blew it up.
hundreds of things wrong with her.
Come on now. Yes.
And
But
they
now,
couldn't see it.
and I must be fair. There's a lot of black people that felt so much wrong with Kamala. And I still couldn't understand, because I was in a situation a few weeks ago, and the guy said, well, we needed somebody to have our black interests. So I'm saying, well, do you think that Trump got your interest more than Kamala? And some people still stuck on stupid on that. What was that all about? Because I just knew that she could have done a wonderful job. I just knew that she would have. And I just thought it was a perfect storm when Joe Biden passed that baton. I said, wow, we got something. And I was out there every Thursday evening and Sunday morning in Newark, campaigning for Kamala. Me, Reverend Bird, Dr. Bird, and a brother by the name of Yusef Shabazz. We was out there every week, and we couldn't get people to come. Some people say, well, I got to go to church. I said, we just need 5 minutes of your time. And they wouldn't even. I said, bring the church down here to in front of the Statue of Liberty.
Wow.
And they wouldn't do it.
I know they wish they had her now.
Yeah,
Because look where you're at.
yes, Lord. I don't turn this into a religious ceremony. But yes, Lord, I bet you wish now. Because Pharaoh ain't playing.
Well, sometimes you need to,
Pharaoh ain't playing.
yeah, sometimes you need a slap in the face. To
Yeah, Lord.
And this is a slap in the face. So we all should be waking up.
Well, I know what a slap is. A slap is this right here. But I think that this right here is what we used to call on Howard Street in Newark years ago. They said, throw a haymaker. Boom!
That's what we need. So a slap, we had a slap before.
It's a haymaker now. Somebody threw a haymaker.
Yeah.
So, wow.
That's what this is.
So the importance of Tuesday and the importance of the work that you, Reverend Bartley, Steffi Bartley, are doing, marching us toward gestures here. Y'all, as I said to Reverend Bartley, I said, you know, you're my Al Sharpton here because I'm not getting, I reach through you.
Right.
So you, Cynthia, or Al Sharpton, I got problems, I call Cynthia, I don't call Sharpton, although y'all work together, but you're that division now. So how can we get more people in that gear of marching towards this freedom with this civil rights movement?
Again, I see that people have lost faith.
Yes.
And I've tried, I know other people that tried, people that I work with.
Sure.
I work with Steve Young from Atlantic City. I work with Larry Ham from Newark,
Sure.
People of Progress. I work with Salam Ismail from Elizabeth.
Yes.
And
Faithful Salam, I call him. Faithful, I always can count on him. God.
yeah. A lot of people, James Carey, a lot of people are doing the work. They're out there. They're trying to get people to come on board. They won't.
Yeah.
They won't. It's business as usual. They go to work. They come home. They get ready for the next day, or they leave work and go to work.
Yes. Yes.
Because that's what we have to do. With everything is elevating. You can't find an apartment without paying a
But if you don't fight for this here, you might not have work to go to.
Well, that's but I know that, and I work towards it.
Sure.
And I try to show other people that you have to be on the forefront of these issues before, because if you let them do one thing and you do nothing, they're going to do something else.
Yes.
So now they racing DEI. Then they're talking about removing Martin Luther King statues and removing statues the way we remove people, the statues from people that was, from the Confederate. And there was a reason. Those people represented hate and murder.
Sure.
So there was a reason people wanted their statues removed. So now they're doing the same thing.
Okay, so on that day, how can, at this short point of challenge, how can we get, if a person need to call somebody right now, because I'm going to air this tonight, how will they reach out? What's the channels? Can you tell them the channels of reaching out to you and to other people?
Well, if they go on the website, nationalactionnetwork.net,
Okay.
and you click around, you register to go to the convention. If you want to join, you could go to chapters, and it'll tell you all the chapters in New Jersey and all the chapters throughout the United States.
Okay.
But if you're in New Jersey, in Newark, Patterson, with Jamie Bland, Felicia Simmons is in, she's in Asbury Park. Sylvia Coleman is in Neptune. So if you're in any of those areas, Dr. October is in Irvington. If you're in those chapters, you find those chapters, the phone number, all the information is there. You get the information and you call that person, or to get in touch with the people in New York, in the corporate offices. All that information is there. You just go there and read and look up what you need to find out.
Okay. Well, thank you. Cynthia, after the convention, maybe it would be next month, I would like to get all of you presidents together from from the different cities and things like that. We can bring maybe 10 of you guys together, and you talk about your the journey, the things that went on at the convention, and why so many people need to get involved.
Right. Get involved, period.
Yes.
After the convention.
After the convention, yes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I would love that.
That would be beautiful.
I would host that right here.
Okay. That would be wonderful.
It's a bunch of us, at least 10, like you said, and that's all from New Jersey.
Yes. That would be a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
All right.
That would be nice.
Okay, again, this is Zachariah Jackson. Please don't forget Tuesday the 1st. The April Fool is if you don't go.
That's right.
If you don't go, it's April Fool on you. Again, this is Zachariah Jackson, BASA News. Have a good day, and as Easter's coming and Good Friday's coming and Easter coming, have a good Friday and good Easter. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.